Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ainamani Derrick, and behind the camera is Simon M. Kadu. Now today we are going to cover differentiation. Differentiation denoted differentiation basically means change, a change in an unknown or a variable. Let's say change in x. This would be change in x. This is how it is written, change in x. So when there are certain questions about differentiation, they usually they denote it like this, change in x out of change in y. Here we are, whenever it appears like this, the question is saying differentiate. So they might say, given a function f of x is equal to x squared, then they say find differentiate this one. So if this is equal to this and you're differentiating, what you do, the x of this function will be equal to, you get the power, this power, you put it here, the power you put it here, then x, then you get the power, you reduce it by 1. So our answer would be 2x. The best way to show it would be, if I'm given y is equal to x over n. So the y, the x would be equal to n, like we did here, the 2 comes down. So n comes down, then x, next then n minus 1. Here we have differentiated. More examples. Let's say you've been given a function y is equal to maybe 3x to the power 7, and they are saying find the y, the x. This one would be like we did here, the 7 comes down, so it would be 3 times 7 x to the power 7 minus 1, which would be equal to 21x to the power 6. Here we have differentiated this one. Now, there are other questions that are a bit tricky in differentiation. They could bring you maybe x to the power negative 4 and y is equal to x to the power negative 4, and they say find the y, the x. So this would be equal to negative 4 comes down, you have negative 4x, then the power negative 4 minus 1, which would be negative 4x to the power negative 5. Those of you who are doing back house 1, you should be familiar with this by now, because it's common. Differentiation, you can't really avoid it, especially if you're in A level. Whether you're doing pure math or sub math, this is differentiation. Now, I would like to introduce something called the product rule. The product rule. The product rule. Product rule is v du dx plus u dv dx. Now the product rule works when you've been given a product to be differentiated. Let me get an example. If you're given an example, maybe they say differentiate, they say y squared x squared. They tell you to differentiate this, differentiate the function that. So you realize that this is a product. This one was got by multiplying y squared and x squared. So you come and you label it. You call this one, this first one, you call it u. This one is u, and this one is v. So you say u is equal to y squared. So du dy would be equal to, as we did earlier here, this 2 comes down, so you have 2y, 2 minus 1, it remains like that. Then v is equal to x squared, so the v would be equal to 2x. Then you come, you fit this here. Say v, which is x squared, then du, which is times 2y. X squared is v, which is v, times du, the y, this one goes here, plus now y is plus u is y squared times dv dx, which is dv dx, it is here, dv dx, which is times 2x. So our answer would be 2yx squared plus 2xy squared. We have differentiated using the product rule. This is the product rule. We use it for questions that have products. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you.